Oh my goodness, I am so excited to talk about the preliminary evening gown competition. It's always so nice to see all of the girls coming out in gowns of their choices and to see the way that they perform and really engage. The evening gown competition is all about elegance, poise, but still being natural and having a good walk and taking your time and taking in the moment. Unfortunately, I did feel like the Miss Supranational stage this year is not quite grand enough. I wish they would have sort of changed it a bit, especially like the backboards. And I don't know, I just feel like the red carpet also just isn't giving. The Miss Supranational stage in the past has been amazing. I don't know what the thing is this year, but yes, we have to talk about all of the amazing gowns because there were some amazing contestants that we have to mention. First of all was Albania. I thought this color was especially stunning on her. It goes with her hair so beautifully. Her hand movements need a bit of refinement, but she was actually pretty beautiful overall. Angola, oh my goodness, the bright pink feathers unfortunately just really took away from the dress. She also seemed to be courting the camera too much, like seeking the camera out way too much. Argentina was wearing a dress that we've seen 1,000 times. I mean, she was beautiful, but her face and her whole aura was just a bit too serious for a gown, and the gown itself was nothing to write home about. Australia is not well trained. She is struggling to strut. The dress is okay, but gosh, it was definitely a safety hazard. Belgium's reveal was just so silly. I mean, I like the dress. Her lipstick is coming off too much in the inner part of her mouth. I just don't like the way that Belgium performs, to be honest. Bolivia was wearing a gorgeous dress. I love her styling. She is a very good and natural gown performer, definitely. Brazil is just so stunning. Her body and the movement is just beautiful. She needed a bit more facial diversity in facial expression, but overall Brazil was stunning and gorgeous. Cambodia, I was just not the biggest fan of their dresses material. I don't like it when girls constantly seek out the camera with their eyes either. It just seems a little bit pretentious. Canada was cooking at first, but then why is the dress so short? She could have been so angelic, but unfortunately the length of the dress just takes away from the whole look. Also, she was walking way too fast for a gown in my opinion. Cayman Islands was wearing your standard Miss Universe Colombia silver dress, and honestly, let's be for real, nobody's gonna pull it off like a Miss Universe Colombia 2015 did, so why even try? She was also walking too fast and it was really nothing memorable. So my favorites from group 1 were Bolivia and Brazil. I thought that they were both amazing. Colombia came out in this dress which had a stunning concept behind it. I could see the structural elements of the dress. They were way too visible, you know, the seaming, the mesh, etc. And she struggled slightly to walk. Colombia to me was just okay overall. Costa Rica, oh my goodness guys, you know, this was my girl at top model and she deserves a redemption arc, okay? She is just a perfect angel. The mesh isn't in your face and she is present and captivating. I love her. I adore Costa Rica this year. Cuba's dress looked very difficult to walk in. It was very narrow and the struggle was definitely obvious. I don't think the blue poofs were adding anything to it either, unfortunately. Curacao, oh my gosh guys, I just don't like the feathers on the glove sleeves. I mean, on the glove sort of sleeve things that she had. I mean, she's cute, but she's not as good as she was at top model. I mean, she's very fierce and I don't think that her brand of fierceness can mesh well with gown usually. It's gonna take a lot of effort for her to be able to do a good gown performance. For the Czech Republic, she was very angelic, but she was fussing with the cape way too much. Not my favorite. Denmark's dress is just too short. The feathers make her look like an extinct prehistoric bird of some kind. Don't even get me started on the horrendous slit at the back. Moving on. The Democratic Republic of Congo, I love this color on her. She has such queen energy, but she was walking too fast. I mean, at the end of the day, she just didn't give regality the way I would expect by seeing her at first glance. But the look overall, I love. Ecuador was also one who was struggling to walk. Her facial expression was also so odd. It was like a moth drawn to my phone screen at 1 a.m. in the evening. I don't know. I feel like Ecuador had lots of wasted potential. El Salvador, oh my gosh, guys. The cape should be behind her shoulders. But she was very pretty and present. She had good pace and she was overall very natural. So from group 2, my favorites were Costa Rica, my angel of course, and El Salvador. For Estonia, the frills don't match the cape. This dress is too much for her. She simply doesn't have the features to be able to pull off this type of dress. Finland's dress I did like. It looks like a suit of armor a bit. I hate the way she was looking for the camera the whole time though. It seems sort of pretentious. For Germany, oh my gosh, how stunning is the red. It clashes slightly with the red in her hair, but what a stunning, engaging and memorable performance Germany had. For Guatemala, she tried to do the slow-mo walk and it came across extremely unnatural and overly performative. This dress is beautiful on her, but it was her walk that ruined this dress. Haiti's dress is definitely a lot. Literally, she was stepping on it the whole way, which stunted and strained her walking. She had to be very, very, very careful, which obviously took away from her performance. Hong Kong came out looking like a cumulonimbus cloud. She did the expected reveal, and the dress, honestly, it's just not my favorite. Her walk is very strange and unnatural as well, as if she is sort of trying to overextend and go beyond the natural capacity of her struts. I don't know, she was just posing way too long also, and way too much. It took way too much time, and that seemed selfish and narcissistic, taking up so much time for herself on the stage. Iceland, guys, oh my goodness, how stunning is this dress? I think this is where she shines. I mean, she seems so humble, natural, sincere, unpretentious. I absolutely love my girl from Iceland this year. For India, I love this color on her. She was hunched forward slightly, but overall, you know what? India is effortless and gorgeous, and so I felt that India did well as well. For Indonesia, her dress was definitely inspired by the flag. It could be longer with a train for glam, but she is so gorgeous, and honestly, she is a beautiful performer as well. Jamaica is so pretty. She shouldn't hold on to the cape like that though. She is actually a great and engaging performer. There's just some things that take away from her performance. My favorites from group 3 obviously were Germany and Iceland. Japan came out in an interesting outfit, and honestly I don't hate it. Her shoes don't fit though. I think they're too small because her toes are definitely trying to escape at the front. Her performance wasn't bad, but the devil is definitely in the details as always. Korea's dress is way too overpowering for her features, I think. She is not the kind of fierce to pull off this dress. Her performance was also choppy in places. Kyrgyzstan, how do I say this politely? She doesn't have a lot going on in the chest area, so this neckline is not ideal for her. A straight across neckline would have been much better. Her makeup is also too harsh for this dress. For Latvia, I love the concept of this dress. It's lovely, but she's really giving us nothing performance-wise. She always looks and seems deathly afraid to be on the stage. Macau, I'm not sure if this angelic vibe suits Macau. She's the type that can really pull off something avant-garde and harsh, and I just expected more excitement from Macau, to be honest with you. For Malaysia, oh my goodness, this look I thought was so cute. I don't know why she is walking so extremely stiff and robotic. I mean, I don't think it's the dress holding her back. The dress seems like pretty chill. Her performance and movement is just not fluid at all. I was a bit disappointed by Malaysia, to be honest. For Malta, this is what Macau should have been wearing. It doesn't suit Malta. It feels like she's playing pretend in this dress. She would have lots of potential if she was wearing something lighter that suited her better. For Mexico, oh my goodness, this woman can pull off a red dress. Oh my goodness. The red dress itself is probably nothing to write home about, but overall she was not bad. Mexico was definitely pretty okay. For Myanmar, I don't love how we can see her panty the whole time as she's walking. I mean, I think it would have been perfect if not for that. I adore the dress and the color. With Namibia, I love this color on her. It suits her features great. Her performance could be a lot more refined. It felt like she was going too fast and not being fluid enough with her movements. For group 4, my favorites, I didn't have any big favorites. That is sad to say, but there were no big faves from this group, unfortunately. Nepal came out and immediately white seams are visible, which I hate. She performed as if the dress was supposed to have a cape at some points. She has lots of potential, but she didn't leave my jaw on the floor. The Netherlands definitely walks too fast, and she lifts her feet like a bit too high. I don't know what that's about, but I love this dress on her. She looks so beautiful. Her knees they're still bended also, guys. New Zealand came out and oh my goodness, what an interesting dress. The structural seams and the mesh was too visible, and she was walking slightly too bouncy, and the fringe definitely gives away bounce in a person's walk. So you must have a perfect walk if you're gonna be rocking fringe on stage. Nicaragua came out and my first thought was how regal. You can tell that she was focusing on not tripping though and falling the whole time. The dress is too long and her face looked too worried at points. Nigeria, oh my goodness guys, she seems so fresh. Her makeup style is even just exactly what the dress needed. I hate the back of this dress, I will say. It looks messy, but what a beautiful performance. I feel like Nigeria did really well. For Norway, this dress is a lot. I mean, the color suits her, but the closing at the neck is not necessary, and this dress is just too much for her. Peru, oh my gosh, guys, wow. How gorgeous is this? It looks like it was carved from stone or something. Peru is gorgeous and engaging, and she also had the perfect pace. The Philippines, guys, I don't love the dress. It reminds me of like cat scratches against a curtain or something. I don't know. I don't love the dress. It just seems a bit unfinished. She could also pull off more. I feel like the Philippines could pull off something more extravagant than this. But I felt like this dress actually just was an injustice to this gorgeous woman who is wearing it. For Poland, Poland. She came out in a dress that you can see at any matric farewell ever. And I don't know, everything about this dress is too short. The sleeves, the dress itself, and the seam at the back is even skew. I don't know, just get it out of my sight. So for group 5, my favorites were Nigeria and of course Peru. Portugal walks beautifully. I don't know what the purpose of that ugly shawl thing was that she was carrying the whole time. This could have been amazing, but certain details definitely just ruined it. Puerto Rico was so powerful. She pulls off red amazing. I love the sort of scaly effect on the dress that the sparkles make. Everything about her is just perfect in this. She was amazing. Romania, oh my gosh guys, the feathers murder the potential of this dress. They don't even match. The color itself of the dress is beautiful on her, but there's just some things. And then her performance was kind of stiff and unrefined. South Africa came out and guys, wow, what an incredible dress. Oh my goodness, it just seemed so tailor-made for her and her skin and all of her features. She could be a bit more natural in performing, but overall, South Africa was breathtaking. Spain, I don't know, I don't like the way she's holding her hands. You know, it's very amateur walking like that. It's like, I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'm just gonna do this. And the big poofy bit at the back, let's be so for real, it was not doing her any favors either. Thailand's dress is nothing special. She's doing what she can to at least give a good performance, which I appreciate, but this dress is nothing to write home about. Togo, it's a no from me. Let's count the things that I hate about this. Number 1, a black dress on stage. Number 2, it's short. Number 3, the feathers are messy. Number 4, her performance is definitely not holding anything down. Trinidad and Tobago was also just depressing. I mean, the fact that I can see her underwear is not it. Let's collectively admit that this wasn't great. Turkey brought one dress to Miss Supranational. She's wearing this for everything where a dress is required, and I hate this color on her. It washes her out, and also her knees are still bended. My group 6 favorites were Puerto Rico and South Africa. Ukraine came out and the dress just looked so messy at the back. Also, it is quite a lot, like too much for her. It also seemed like it's just physically too big. I don't know, her performance was unrefined. I could go on, honestly. The United Kingdom, I'm gonna be honest guys, you know this is one of my faves. This is not the best color on her. She seems very focused on the cameras as well, which I hate because, you know, it's a bit like narcissistic to be seeking out the camera the whole time. Her performance is polished, but it skews performative, and I did not like that. The USA's dress is literally nothing to write home about because we've seen it already on her, and just overall she wasn't memorable enough. It just felt like it went by very fast. The US Virgin Islands neckline is too high. I think it makes her shoulders look broader than they are. Don't get me wrong, this woman obviously hits the gym, but I feel like this neckline just makes her shoulders look extremely broad. And I don't mind the dress as a whole, but for her it could have been better. Venezuela, guys, Venezuela is always so pretty. I love this color on her. I don't love how she carries the cape so much. The mesh gloves also seemed unfinished and unnecessary. Guys, Vietnam was so cute. I mean, she even had a little transformation moment with the thing. I don't know, I love this on her. Her performance is also very good. Vietnam is just a naturally elegant lady. Zambia's mesh was too thick and visible on top. I also hate the thick pink things like near the shoulders. I was hoping for better from Zambia, to be honest with you, after the top model competition. With Zimbabwe, I love this dress. She seems very queenly. There is visible boning, but the concept of the dress is good. Her face just is off in certain places of her performance, as if she's unsure of what to do next. So my favorites for group 7, unfortunately my big favorites included Vietnam only. So yes, that was everything that happened at the preliminary evening gown competition and what I thought about all of the girls and their gowns and their performances and all of that. I did have quite a few favorites and I'm so glad to be doing this sort of video where I look at all of the girls and, you know, choose my favorites afterwards and just sort of compare everyone to each other, because that way I can really get a wholesome image of who is truly standing out. So I did have quite a few favorites from the preliminary gown competition. Let me know what you guys think, because I think that sometimes a bad performance can make a beautiful gown look bad, and sometimes an excellent performance can make maybe a bit more simpler gown look, you know, like $1 million gown. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.